Welcome back to another part of our F1 Manager 24 Create a Team Career Mode. Last time out, we had our best result of the season so far. Award has actually moved up in the Drivers' Championship because of it, but right now, we have a lot of negativity surrounding the team as we are in debt. We are minus $947,000. And that is because of some dealings we did last episode. But before we get to that, you guys outdid yourselves last time out with the comments below. Let's show you some of them. I mean, the George Russell one absolutely sent me. So good. So keep them rolling. Absolutely tickled me to no end. Yeah, it's actually quite savage as well, really. And obviously, you guys even clocked that at the time while I was recording it. I didn't know George had got disqualified yet. And then as soon as I finished the recording, he did. Unbelievable. But anyway, so we are in debt. And this was an issue with the contract we just signed with Guru. We stole him from RB because obviously RB came after our head of aero and signed him for next season. So I retaliated and thought I will sign him, you know, their outgoing head of aero for next season. To basically almost like a swap deal, but obviously they forced me into that swap deal because they were the ones who first went after my head of aero, basically. And it was looking like a pretty good deal, you know? You know, when we proposed the contract to him, obviously we scouted him and it said 4 months left of his current contract at RB. We could maybe get him for actually cheaper salary than we were paying, what was it, Adam? I think our current staff member, Adam, yes. So we could have signed him for cheaper salary than Adam, and he's actually 2 overall higher. So it really looked like a great deal for us. Then we went on to actually offer him that contract. It was a 2-year deal we offered him. And when it came to it, here we are. When we accepted the contract, he was happy and I confirmed hire. I did see this, but I thought nothing of it. But I think something has slightly glitched. A lot of you don't think so. A lot of you think that that he actually had a contract already in place for a different team, and what's happened is I've paid $6 million to buy him out of that. But, and I could agree to that, but one, I'll counter, I actually went back in the save and checked. Now, at the start of the episode, when I first scouted him, Guru did not have any contract lined up for the next season. This is using the database program to see all the contracts and stuff, and Guru did not have a contract in place for next season. So at that point, when I first offered him a contract, there was no other team involved. It was basically a case of he was going to be out of a job. I offered him one, and that was that, basically. If a team then, in the middle of that, offered him a contract and he signed it, then that was not made apparent. And if there was already a contract in place and maybe just the database is not reading it right or whatever, I think it's pretty shocking UI and game design in the contract system not to tell you that there is a new contract. Because if you go back to the last episode, at no point does it point out he might have a contract with a new team already lined up. And that is pretty shoddy design in my opinion. Like, you can't just be going, oh, there's a buyout here. We're not going to tell you the reason why there's a buyout in like little grey text of 6 million or, you know, whatever it was, like, you know, when we were doing the negotiations itself. It needs to state he has already got one lined up. Do you want to buy out that contract? Because he already has it lined up. And to be fair, if he had a contract lined up, I shouldn't even be able to go for him. Why would I be able to go for him if he had a team lined up already? Like if he's happy enough to have signed for a team, he shouldn't be open to negotiation. So I think all round, it's a case of, I think there's also still some glitching going on because I offered him a 2-season contract. If you go back and watch that part of the video where I offered him a contract, I did 2 years explicitly. I didn't want to do 3 years. We did 2 years, and I've ended up actually signing him for 3 years. Like, if I go to scouting and go to him and says contract in place, 3 years. I didn't offer him 3 years. I offered him 2 years. So I think it's a mixture of really bad contract design. I think they need to redesign that. They need to put in something about there's a new team already. Also, 2, if he's already signed one, shouldn't be open to negotiation. Completely wrong to allow me to even enter into negotiations if he's already got a contract lined up. And then 3, I think there's partly a glitch because I offered him 2 and I've been given a 3. We basically just got a year on his contract for no reason. which I'm not going to complain about. 3 different factors. You can maybe disagree with me and say I just didn't read it. Yeah, fine, I didn't read the buyout, but I will stand by my first 2 points of its horrendous game design not to show that he's got a contract in place with another team, and it's horrendous design to actually even have him open to negotiation in the first place. Like, that just would... If Hamilton signed with Ferrari, he's not going to be open to negotiation with Red Bull after he signed it. Like, doesn't make any sense. At the same time, I'm not gonna... I said I might try and fix it. You know what? I'm gonna firm it, just because I know other people will complain, like, no, you just didn't read it. You didn't read it. You cheated by giving back the money. Just to satisfy those people, I'm gonna get out this debt, and I'm gonna bring up the fact for the end of this season, the fact that we basically have a hand tied behind our back. I paid 6 point something million for no apparent reason. In my opinion, I will stand by that. We've paid 6 million for no good reason. And I'll firm it. I'll firm it. It's just a new challenge to take on, because we needed more challenge in this season. So we're in debt. Yes, I get it. We're in debt. We're going to get out of debt pretty soon, hopefully, in 1 race time. Because if we can match the race target objectives, we will earn just enough to get out of debt already immediately. I'm going to go Bearman 20th or higher. I'll go award 18th or higher. That might just get us about 900k in bonuses if we were to actually get those targets into Monza, which we are going to simulate now. We were meant to do this in the last episode, but I stopped the episode very abruptly to try and investigate this issue we basically had with the contract. Please, 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 I beg we can get the race targets. We should do. Our car is looking a lot better right now. Actually, I want to point out, before we go into simulating the race, because I've just simulated to the race, this is the R&D chart, by the way, going into this next race. So there was good reason why we had our best result of the season so far at Zandvoort. We have actually now, we're on par with Alpine. That final chassis upgrade really was a big booster to our performance there. So yeah, we really should be expecting some slightly better results. Mate, you know, obviously now we can't spend any money on any upgrades because, one, our ATR period, we finished all the resources for 42 days, and we're in debt, so we can't do anything right now. But maybe with one last upgrade at the end of the season, we could end up being the at least higher than Sauber and Alpine, I think it is, that we're level pegging with by the end of the season. But still nothing to show for it in terms of points and also the constructors' standing. So we need to hope for one miracle, just one miracle in the rest of this season to get that objective of, apparently, what was it, 9th place in the championship our board want to do. You lot are very demanding. Oh, though, you know what? Oh, 12th place, 50. I actually think I might want to manage this. I actually might want to manage this, you know. They've qualified very decently. This could be another solid result for us. You know what? Looking at the calendar, we've got Baku and Singapore. I think both of those are actually definitely going to be more boring than Monza. Especially here with Monza, we've got a wet race, so it's guaranteed a little bit of action. So I'm actually going to manage this first race off the bat at Monza, and then we'll simulate the next two. I'm locked into these setups because I've simulated all the way to the race because I thought we were going to simulate the race. So I'm locked into 51%, 54. A little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. They've still qualified well. 12 and 15 is not bad. And look at this then. So we've got rain on the way. About lap 10, and then it dries up. Now, that may change in the middle of the race, but like Zandvoort, it's an opportunity. Actually, more than Zandvoort, it's an opportunity twice to try and jump up, maybe with an earlier pit stop or a better time pit stop than AI around us. What I find very interesting, though, is Bearman's got soft inter, soft, and then O'Ward's got soft inter. So the default is telling me to go all the way to the end on intermediates, which makes me think maybe the AI or some of them might try that, like try this strategy, which means if we go to softs at the end, which I think you should do, we could maybe catch some people out. I'm actually going to switch this. I'm going to start on mediums just to give us leeway to push flat out on that first set of tires, because Zandvoort, the problem was, as the rain started to fall, I was so eager to get off the dries onto inters, more also because our tires were wearing out so much. So if we start on mediums, we'll be able to have that patience of like, no, let's just wait for the right time when the rain is really in a sweet window.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. We certainly know what Max Verstappen is capable of.
They're on pole, and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Here we go, lights out. We're underway for the Italian Grand Prix award with an okay start. He's got Perez alongside him in the Red Bull. Why have we got a car issue already? What? No, don't tell me. What's happened here? Oh, pow. What's going on here? Gearbox. Gearbox overheat. Oh, no. Gearbox 26%. Oh, dear. Risk of fault high. Overheating. Okay, oh dear, maybe should have looked at the parts before we went into the race weekend, but that is a bridge we'll cross later on as we go into turn one. It's Verstappen that leads the way, the two McLarens neck and neck. Ward trying to get around the outside of Sergio Perez. Perez is going to squeeze him out, but he will remain in P13, but we do have a gearbox problem that may come up and cause us issues later on the race. But right now, we are actually not... We're in the minority on mediums. Most people choosing the soft, so hoping that their softs will wear out and we can gain that way. But Ward down one position to P13. Behrman stayed P15, so that's positive. Let's just bring down the fuel, just try and stop the overheating. Ward's got a great view of Perez trying to recover in this race after a poor qualifying. Potentially maybe a grid penalty, I don't know, for Checo, but he's up to P11. But, I mean, this is very realistic, to be honest, him trying to catch up from poor qualifying. Their RBs are flying in this one, both of them in the top 10 then. Probably showing, to be fair, I shouldn't be too disheartened by the fact we couldn't get... Oh, no! What happened there for Ward? He's down one position. Did Albon overtake him? I think he has. And Behrman is on the back of him. Maybe this gearbox is already making him a little bit slow here. Behrman is going to go for the move. Oh, good move from Behrman. Good move from Behrman. I'm probably going to say don't fight him. I think Ward's problems are greater than we know. Right, we're harvesting with Behrman. Got high fuel in the slipstream. DRS open. And he might make a move on Albon. Go on, mate. Get that move on the outside if you can. Not quite. Meanwhile, Ward is pressurized by Ocon. So right now we are falling backwards a little bit, but we're still in the fight to Tad. Right, lap 5. Albon's got us. He's still ahead of us, sorry. Ocon, though, is actually overtaken all of us as Ward is really struggling. Sargent's just overtaken him. I think this gearbox thing is really slowing him up. I think it really is. Yellow flags for what? Well, for who? What's happened? What's happened? Oh, big collision, I think, maybe. Ricardo. Multiple car crash for Ricardo, and it's Russell into the just outside the top 10 positions. Russell already made a mistake. Oh, big shunt for Russell. Big shunt. And look at this. So many cars all close together. Behrman, P13, up to P12. Up to P12. Could make the move. Get it done on Albon. No, not quite. Okay, maybe on the next straight. Meanwhile, Behrman up to... Ward, sorry, up to 16th place. But, oh, look at this slipstreaming. It's ridiculous. But Behrman could maybe benefit from that. Oh, yellows. What's that? Oh, pit stop window's open. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this. No. That's not good. Oh, Ward's being swallowed up. Wet weather, not too far away. Okay, this is the time to push. Push. Those softs are going to wear out soon. Ocon's on the softs. They're surely going to wear out soon. And we need to be there to attack. Okay, rain's falling now. We're up to P11. Oh, Ward's overtaking Gasly as well. This is good. Up one position there. Let's just slow this down a bit, though. So we've got Behrman P11. He's just got Ocon, who's facing tyre wear. 51% to be exact. He might come back at us, to be fair, but this is good. Behrman basically getting back up the positions that he lost. Ocon comes back. We're going to come back at him, though. And Ward is just there. So actually, Ward's recovering a little bit in this race now as well. But Behrman stays ahead of Ocon. Let's speed this up. Is anyone coming to the pits? Is Verstappen going to come into the pits? That's the big question for me in terms of the leaders. They do come in. I think we could stay out a little bit with Behrman. I think he might have okay enough grip. I mean, how hard is the water coming down? I mean, in Zandvoort, they stayed out a little bit longer than this. The water's coming down quite a lot, isn't it? It's coming down quite a lot. Maybe we risk it with O'Ward, though. Maybe we risk it with O'Ward because he's down in P14 with that gearbox issue. Maybe there's nothing to lose of coming in a bit later. I mean, everyone's in, though, for Inters. That's the thing. But if everyone's in, it's going to slow someone up in the pits, surely. Let's pit now. Inters for Bearman. And for O'Ward, I'll continue on push. Just one more lap, because I think the traffic's going to be pretty mad, you know. Avoid high-risk curbs, just so the tyres aren't... oh, you don't make a mistake, sorry. Right, Bearman's out on Inters. Pit stop issue for Magnussen. O'Ward's up to P4 now, but obviously slashed a pit. It's now damp. But O'Ward... I mean, what are we saying? What's the pace like? He's a little bit slow. He's avoided high-risk curbs the entire time. He's got no battery, though. Bloody hell. Right, comes in, O'Ward. Let's see for Bearman what you got, mate. O'Ward's in, and he comes out in 15th. Pretty much where he was, to be honest. He didn't really gain much. He maybe lost a couple of seconds, but in terms of position, he's the same. Yeah, so, don't know. I'm finding it harder that there's less of a chance of making a real big gamble on F1 Manager 24. I feel like the AI were in a funny way, because they were dumber on F1 23 or 22. You can make some really ballsy calls. Track conditions changed to... Oh, changed to wet. Full wet. I think we stay out. Don't pit now. No point pitting. I really hope some of the AI pit. I think if we can hang it out for what? What lap are we on now? 18. If we hang it out to lap 23, we're back into territory. I think we just hang it out. I think we just avoid high-risk curves, which we're already on. And just avoid a crash or whatever. Yeah, no one's coming in. I don't think anyone's coming in. So we just continue like this. We're losing Ocon a bit, but that's because I'm trying to make sure we don't make any mistakes in these wet periods where I've got to avoid high-risk curbs. All right, we're back to damp. That's fine. Well, we've got a car issue with O'Ward. We've got drivability issue. It will be examined after the session. But that is going to be, yeah, a little bit slower then, even slower for O'Ward. Meanwhile, for Bearman, he's not really gaining on Ocon. Ocon is pulling away steadily, 3.5 the gap. At least we're keeping Albon on us behind us. Gasly's got an issue, so he's fallen away. So again, it's kind of it's a maximum, you know, looking for P11. There's a 23-second gap to Stroll. So like in Zandvoort, I don't think we're dreaming of a top 10, but we're trying to get a best position of P11 or what was it, P12 in Zandvoort, because we couldn't manage the P11, could we, versus Albon? Could we rectify that and get that today with Bearman? I'm hoping so. We're going to save some fuel for the end, because also the engine's a bit hot as well. And to be fair, we could probably push the tyres a bit more, because look at this tyre wear. It's pretty good, isn't it? Versus Ocon. I think there's a little bit of tyre wear we could push on. So let's take him off, avoid high-risk curbs. And go attacking for a little bit. Let's see what he can do. Can he close him up with a bit of high fuel as well? I mean, I'm not actually, you know what? I'm gonna try and get that temperature down first. All right, temperature's good. Gonna put the engine up now. And we're pushing. Gasly's got a further mechanical fault. And we are gaining now 1.2 the gap. 1 second. 1 second. We're behind Ocon by 1 second. And we've only worn out... You know, we're still 6% above him in terms of the tyre wear, sorry. As we are... I've put Bearman on of driving clean air to see if that's going to help him a little bit with the engine temps. He's closing. Okay, there we go. O'Ward, big mechanical fault. Big mechanical fault for O'Ward. Overheating. Drivability issue even further now. I mean, he's still doing well to be P16 to be fair to him, but maybe we have to force him onto balance because the engine's just really hot. Pit stop window open. Nowhere near dries yet. Sun's up. The track will start to dry, but how dry it will be... there's a crossover there. We need to watch for the standing water on track, but I think we could be at dries within the next lap. 15 laps to go. Definitely. Let's save fuel for that period. I think we come in now. Soon. I think we came down... I think by the... Okay, one more lap. 1.8. There are millimeters of fuel. We're 2 seconds. I need to take him off this. 2 seconds. Let's push it a bit further. Let's go deploy here. Push. How close can we get to Ocon here? How close? Oh, we're getting very, very close. Oh, we're right there with him. 58. We're 4% more tyre wear. So, yeah, you can push it. But I think we go into dries in this next lap, I think. Is anyone else pitting? Okay, one more lap. Going to come in on the next lap. All right, give him a bit of motivation here to overtake Ocon. because he knows next lap he's coming in. Oh, go on, mate. Go on. Yes. Go on, Bearman. Get Ocon. Get Ocon. You can do this. P11. Yes. Swings round. And he's going to get him, I think, with a bit of deploy. Yes, he's got him. Yellow flags. For what? For who? Is it Ricardo? What's that yellow flag for? No, Gasly. He spun it at turn 2. And we're coming in now. We're coming in now. 1.27. It's a bit damp out there still. But I think it's worth coming in now. Because on the next lap, it's going to dry out. So I think by the time we come out, it's going to be dry. Meanwhile, for O'Ward, let's just chill this out now because he's been pushing quite a bit. Right, Bearman's in. O'Ward, because of his car issue, because his car's basically falling apart in the gearbox area, I actually, ironically, might do the strategy that his computer wanted him to do, which is stay out on inters. Worth a punt, I think. Right, Bearman's out. Bit damp out there, but just got to keep it calm. Keep it calm. Exiting pit lane. Keep it easy. Avoid high-risk curbs. Easy does it. Easy does it. Bring it in nicely. Temperature's going up nicely. Oh, there we go. It's dry. It's dry. It's dry. It's dry. It's dry. Get that off. High aggression. Let's go. Just attack. I think I'd use attack for a bit. Let's really gain. Let's really gain if we can. Come on, Bearman. Go on. Yes, people are pitting. People are pitting. This is good for us. This is good for us. This is very good for us. Bearman coming through. Oh, Award. What's happened to him? Oh, just a further mechanical fault. Further mechanical fault. It's a big problem. Oh, it's terminal. Oh, it's terminal. Oh, total failure of the gearbox. Total failure of the gearbox. That's O'Ward out. O'Ward is going to be out. O'Ward is out. He stopped on track. Oh, my days. He stopped on track. That's got to be a safety car. It is a safety car. And Bearman's come through. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. How far up is he going to go? Safety car's begun. People in the pit still. Oh, no. We could have got ahead of some people. I think... Wait, hang on a minute. Where are others? Has Albon pit yet? Albon's pit. How have they pit and come ahead of us? I think that safety car's actually... Oh, I think that safety car ruined us. I think... Oh, my God. O'Ward retired. And I think his safety car has not allowed Bearman to be right there. Oh, that's gutting. That's gutting. Right, we're lapped down. Surely they're going to let us unlap ourselves, right? We've got a fight on our hands with Albon and Bear and Ocon for sure now. Let us unlap ourselves. There's enough laps. There's enough laps. There's enough laps. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Safety car ending. It's going to end here. What? Okay, little bit frustrating there. I really thought they were going to bunch us up. Let's speed this up. Are they going now? They're racing now. Not yet. Not yet. Go, go, go. Deploy. Push. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. We're on the lead lap here. And Stroll's right there, actually, is he? No? Who's that? No, it's a Haas. It's a Haas that's been double lapped, I think. Right, Bearman. Okay. Get that. Oh, Bearman got blocked. Bearman got blocked by the Haas. The Haas blocked him. What? What? Oh, Russell. You absolute terrorist. I hate you. I hate you, Russell. I hate you. Right, Bearman. We got Sargent. But we're nowhere near. Oh, we're 3 seconds off on an Albon. Really? Really? Oh, what a shame. What a throwaway. This race could have been something else. And instead, it's going to be the usual suspects here. Maybe there's a last twist in the tail for Ferrari, though. Leclerc's through. Sainz might be through. It might be a 1-2 for Ferrari. And the Italian Grand Prix on the last lap. Oh, someone's in the gravel. Someone was definitely in the gravel there. It's a smash and grab by Ferrari. Unbelievable stuff here. It will be disappointment for us in this race with O'Ward with a total gearbox failure. Bearman got screwed over by his own teammates. Retirement and the safety car coming out and then being hit off by Russell into the gravel. But what a day for Ferrari. It's a smash and grab at the very end. And I think Ferrari are going to do this. Let's see. Fast forward through. Oh, Verstappen's there. Will he do something? Look at this. Oh, Sainz kind of cuts across. Sainz might even go for the move. Will he? No. It's going to be Leclerc bringing through a 1-2 for Scuderia Ferrari at the Italian Grand Prix. Wow. That is crazy. Unbelievable stuff there. Mega result for the Scuderia. Smash and grab at the end, huh? And for us, it's still at least been our sponsor objective for Bearman. O'Ward, well, the gearbox issue, I just didn't see that he would have had a gearbox issue when we started simulating things, so that's just a shame. So we're still going to be in debt, but I think there'll be better races to come. Unbelievable, though. 1-2 for Ferrari. That's pretty big points for Ferrari. If Ferrari kept up at this rate, by the end of the season, they could maybe catch Red Bull. In the constructors, still a huge margin of 110 points to Verstappen, so no changes there. But Bearman, I think that's Bearman's individual best result this season, maybe. P14 O'Ward with a gearbox issue. So that's going to be potentially a problem for us at the end. But we've only earned 400k in terms of sponsorship there. So that's a bit unfortunate. We're not out of debt yet. Although maybe our sponsor plan money might come in soon. Oh, no, we are back in the green. We are back in the green. We're back in the green because, to be fair, obviously, there's the natural earning of the team anyway. And a new ATR period has begun. So quite nicely, right on time, a new ATR period has begun. But we have got serious issues here in the gearbox. Okay, we've got one left. One left for the season, Jesus. And we've got one engine left for O'Ward as well. We're going to have to do some management, some micro-management through the practice sessions, I think. We need to make a new floor, 11 days till the Grand Prix, so we can get one new floor done. I think we'll make another one just in case. Oh, this is the problem, though, now. I can't spend that much money. 400k. Let's just spend one floor replacement. That is it. Just one. And the sponsor money is going to come in right at the right time. We really need this 1.1 million injection because otherwise we would have been looking very precarious. I mean, we are still 1.7 million in the bank is not great. Finance-wise, we've got 27 million in the cost cap. I reckon we can long out 27 million. I reckon we can long that out to end the season. I think we can do it. We're in September. I think we can do it. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, just about 4 months. I think we can long out the finances. I think we'll be fine in the end. Right, new sponsor plan is done to get us the next bit of cash. And, oh, we've got a new regulation vote coming in as the floor and a spare front wing gets made. Cost cap regulation vote. We have noticed the potential for smaller teams to be priced out of competition. So we're going to lower the cost cap even more. I mean, we are a smaller team, so we should probably vote for. You know, it'll just mean rivals can spend less. I mean, to be fair, with the spending we've been doing, maybe we are spending this much as well. I don't know. But let's vote confirm. I mean, it makes sense. We are a small team. How much have we spent so far? Spending breakdown. So we've spent a fair amount, but we're not spending 140 yet. And if we long this out, we probably will only be spending 120 million. So, and in Baku, well, it's Ferrari joy from Monza to Baku. Leclerc and now Sainz wins. Once again, I think that's 3 wins this season for Carlos Sainz. Ferrari actually really starting to do well, but it's a horrible race for Red Bull. Verstappen down in P7, loses 6 positions in the race. Perez lost 5, so big problems for them. Bearman finishes P13, so it's another stronger finish for Bearman compared to O'Ward this time round P16. And we beat a Mercedes, which is at least something. That's pretty promising. And unsurprisingly, the other rival teams have, most of them voted against the cost cap reduction even further. Only me, Williams, RB, and Aston Martin voting for that one. So, not to be, but oh well. It's fine. We continue. And in Singapore, it's going to be all McLaren, though, in difference to Baku. Lando wins the race. Piastri, P2. Ferrari again, though, strong. And again, Red Bull suffering. Even though Verstappen did go purple, he just qualified really poorly then. Must have been a bit of a mixed-up quali. And to be fair, all of these guys, a bit of a really dull race because none of the top 6 changed position. So that's a really dull race. For us, O'Ward P14, Bearman out. I'm guessing maybe either crash with Gasly or an issue with the car. I don't know. Front wing missing, chassis missing. I think it probably was a crash with Gasly, I'm guessing, for Bearman. 25 days till the next Grand Prix, so we've got some time, and we do have a little bit of cash now again, 3 million to make some spares. So we'll make another spare chassis. I think 2 of them, actually, because we're going to just need 1 spare because we've only got 1 right now. All right, we got a little bit of money to play around with now because we've got some just general finances coming in. So now we can do some research. I want to do some research now as well whilst we wait into the Austin GP. I think I'm going to go for maybe it's a suspension because we've not done that yet. I think we've done front wing and side pods, have we not? Or I can't even remember what we've researched, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. It might tell us here. Side pods. And, side pods and underfloor. Okay, well, I'm actually going to do a front wing then. I think front wing will be quite useful, but it costs 1.8 million. And we've got the entire ATR. I'm going to use the entire ATR period worth of CFD and wind tunnel because we have no money to do anything else in this ATR period. Confirming 1.8 million, 6 engineers on that. And, yeah, I actually, you know what? That probably brings us nicely onto... Probably with us being in his holding pattern, I think probably we should just put all the research into next year's car, really. Because maybe bring one upgrade, tangible upgrade, into, like, the last 2 races to maybe get that elusive 1 point for P10, potentially, if something goes wrong for someone. But right now, we're kind of stuck in no man's land. I think P11's honestly the highest we can aim for, because there's that little gap then to Aston Martin. And we're being reminded about Clive Hatton's contract ending in 3 months. Sporting director. Could we look elsewhere? I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look about who else we could potentially hire. This is for head of aero, though. What we need to scout sporting directors. Here we go. Sporting directors. What were we saying in terms of right now? What we've got is 76, which is Clive Hatton. There's other free agents available that are better than Clive. So I mean, there's some in F2 even that might be very good. This guy's better than someone in F1. He might be a good option. Let's scout him. Oh God, no! Engineer driver tension. Award and their race engineer Alex Chan. Not sure exactly what's going on, but they're not getting along. Drive mentality and on-track performance will be affected. So if I acknowledge their affinity decreases, mentality goes down, aggression goes up from award. If we intervene, tensions may improve, tensions may worsen, and the affinity is on the line. I think we need to intervene. I think we need to intervene in this sort of driver tension, because if we don't do anything, it's just not going to get better. There's no chance, right? Please. Knowing my luck, it's going to get worse. But please, please, lads, let's have an intervention. Let's have a nice meeting, okay, and talk it out. So Clive's current annual salary is 1.5 million. He's 76 rated, okay? The ART sporting director, if we do 2 seasons next season, annual salary, if we bump that up to just like, ooh, oh no, it's going to cost us a bit more, isn't it? 1 point. Could we sweeten the deal with like 1.2? No buyout though. So you can leave us if you want. Signing bonus may just tip it over the edge. Like a 70k signing bonus. Maybe he'll go for this. If we do this, it'll be cheaper than Clive, and we'll be getting a better sporting director. Let's see if he goes for it. Making the step up from F2 to F1 should be pretty big. And our sponsor plan will be complete, so that's another 1.1 million in the bank, and we can do another sponsor plan to once again fulfill our duties. Despite the issues we've had this season, by the way, over the last couple of races, the board are actually happy and delighted with our results ever since Silverstone. So I think we're okay for not being fired anymore. It's just a case of now we're just trying to get a bit more momentum going as we get to the last third of the season, basically. And in the USGP, Piastri gets his 2nd win of the season. Verstappen returns to the podium after 2 difficult races for Red Bull. Well, 3 really, if you count Monza obviously losing the race lead on the last lap of the Grand Prix. It was a tough old race for O'Ward and Behrman, especially Behrman, 2 laps down at P20. O'Ward did pretty all right to be up in P15. But, yeah, difficult race, it would seem. I think with the higher tyre wear and Kota was always going to be a difficult race for the car with the tyre preservation. So, we're still rock bottom. Williams actually gained a point in that race, did they? Yeah, Albon gained a point. So it's 4 teams still on 0, but we're just yet to finish above one of these guys. And because we got through 4 races today, the next episode we can do the next 3, and then the episode after that will be at the finale already of season 1 with just Qatar and Abu Dhabi. I think with just 2 races in that one, so that's going to be quite exciting. But to end it off, let's see, is this going to be about, yeah, driver tension? Please, please, I beg that they have stopped scrapping. Yes, thank God. Yes, thank God for that. Right, good note to end the episode. We have ended the driver tension between O'Ward and his engineer, Alex Chan. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hopefully, you can now work together in harmony and go forwards in a good way. Guys, if you have enjoyed this one, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.